Hey guys, Sam from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm doing a video that I've never done before, and it's going to be my rod and reel arsenal for this year, which is 2019, as you obviously know. And it's about halfway through 2019, so I think it's a good time to do this video. And as you all can see, the rods are right behind me, but you can't really see the reels, so I'll give you a quick sneak peek, just a quick pan of the reels real quick before I actually go through each one and show you each rod. So I'm just going to take the camera off the tripod and do that real quick. Alright guys, so here's a quick sneak peek. I just do it for a few seconds of my rods and reels. Alright guys, so now I'm going to pick up each rod individually and kind of talk about each rod and tell you what I like or don't like about each combo I have right here. So, the first rod I have right here is this 13 Fishing Fake Chrome rod, which as you can see is kind of falling apart. I've had this one for a while. It's also missing a guide right there. There used to be a guide right there, but anyway, I still like this rod. It's a 7'1" medium heavy with an extra fast action, so the tip is kind of nice. I actually use this rod for topwaters. Basically, it's pretty stiff, but it's still got like a lighter tip, which is why I like it for topwaters, such as like spooks and stuff like that. And you can also throw whopper ploppers on this guy. But the reel I have paired up with it is this little Daiwa Fuego CT in the 7.3:1 gear ratio. And well, I just started putting braid on it today, but I didn't have enough braid. I ran out, so I'm gonna have to buy some more. But anyway, it's definitely a great, this is one of the best budget reels I think you can possibly buy. I got this thing for $65, and as you will see, I have two of them. The first one I got for $100, that's kind of right after it came out. But then I found it on eBay for $65, and it was brand new, so that's a really good deal right there. And I definitely like the setup. Like I said, I just use it for some topwaters, kind of lighter topwaters like poppers, spooks, it's great for that, and then also like kind of whopper ploppers. So I definitely like this rod. It's a great option, especially this reel. I'll probably do a separate video just on how great this reel is for the price. And anyway, that's my first rod. Alright guys, so this next rod is another topwater rod. It is the Dobyns Fury Series rod. It's a 7.3 heavy, and it's paired up with another Daiwa Fuego CT. This one's in the 8.1:1 gear ratio, and it's a lot faster, so you can every turn of the reel pulls in a lot more line, and that's really good because this is my frogging rod. That's what I use it for. When you're throwing a frog and you get and you miss one, you want to be able to reel it in real fast, cast it right back out there. So that's why you want a higher or a faster gear ratio for your reel, and that's why I paired it up on this 7.3 heavy rod, because when fishing with a frog, you definitely need a really stiff rod to get those solid hook sets and hook those fish. So that's why I have it on this 7.3 heavy right here. I definitely really like this Dobyns Fury Series rod, and as you'll see with the next rod, I do have another one of it. Alright guys, so like I hinted at, this rod is another Dobyns Fury Series, and it's the 7-foot medium heavy cranking rod, and it's paired up with this little Shimano Casitas in the 6.3:1 gear ratio, which is a great slower retrieval rate for crankbaits. You always want a slower retrieve with crankbaits. And anyway, oh, and some of y'all may have noticed already, I do have these little grips on all my casting rods. These are the trigger happy casting grips, or the comfort grips, I think. I don't know, but they're really nice. I think it's the trigger happy comfort grips, and this are the banded casting grips. They sell them on Tackle Warehouse, like 2 of them for $6 or something. I really like them. It really, I think it makes a long day of fishing a lot easier because it just, I don't know, it doesn't wear your hand out as much, or wear your fingers out as much. And when you're making that hook set, it's a lot better, which I guess I'm not going to be making big hook sets for this cranking rod necessarily, but still. And yeah, like I said, it's with that Dobyns Fury rod. I really like this crankbait casting rod. It's really for just square bills and maybe up to 6-foot diving crankbaits, because it does have a lot of play in the rod, which is what you want with a crankbait casting rod. But this is not really the best deep diving crankbait rod, but definitely looking for square bills and DT6s, stuff like that. Alright, this next combo might be my favorite combo out of them all, but I can't totally say that yet because I've only had this rod for a couple weeks. It's kind of a long story, but basically I used to have a Lew's custom casting rod that broke, and I bought this as a replacement, but it turns out I can actually get a new Lew's rod under warranty, which I'm kind of in the process of doing right now. And the guy said it would take kind of over a month, and basically I'm just going to have to pay a $20 fee to get a new rod. But so I'll probably get a new rod too, but this is probably by far my favorite reel I own. This is the Shimano Casitas Mcgill. It's a JDM reel that I got. It really wasn't that much. It was $150, and I really like it. So it's just a Shimano Casitas basically, but with a Mcgill spool right there. So that's really cool. It gives it a lot longer casting distance. You know, I really like that I really like that about this reel. And this rod is the Shimano XAge casting rod, which I just got on sale for the Memorial Day sale. It was only 68 bucks because it was on sale at 80 and then 15% off, so it's $68. And it's a 7.2 medium heavy casting rod, which you may or may not be able to see right there. But basically this is kind of just my jig and Texas rig rod. And it works really well for that, which unfortunately I don't have any line right now because I had Berkeley Vantage fluorocarbon on it, and that stuff is quickly becoming my least favorite line. Let's just say that. It broke multiple times on me, just like snapped in the middle of the line. So I had it on 2 of my reels, and 2 of them don't have line on because I took that fluorocarbon off, and I'm getting new line today already. So, but anyway, that's besides the point. This rod is definitely a really nice rod. You know, I can just tell with its sensitivity, and it's, you know, very light. I've only had it for a couple weeks, but it just, I don't know, it's just partly because like whatever rod I put this reel on is kind of almost my favorite combo. Alright guys, so here is my most expensive rod and reel combo right here. So y'all might think I'm crazy that I like that Shimano Casitas Mcgill better than this, but maybe I just don't know how to use this fully yet. But this is the Shimano Curado DC, which is a reel that has a digital casting chip inside, and it basically has a microcomputer inside of it, and it helps cast, or it's supposed to be better with castability and stuff like that, and preventing backlashes. And I was going to use this as my kind of jig rod. It's a 7.3 medium heavy Dobyns Sierra series casting rod, but it turns out like the Dobyns, I didn't really quite realize it's kind of a lot lighter for a medium heavy. Like it's a lot lighter than that 7.3 medium heavy, but it's a lot lighter than that 7.2, you know, Shimano XAge rod. And the loose custom speed stick that I had, it was a 7-foot medium heavy, and it was also just like a lot heavier of a medium heavy than this thing. But needless to say, this is a very lightweight rod. I mean, it's insanely lightweight. Like I think this is a great rod for the price point. I just would have gotten, I guess, I mean, I could have gotten a 7.3 heavy, but that might have been too much. So I don't know, but I really like this rod still. And this is kind of my all-around, like I can throw everything on this rod. And like as it, you know, says right here, it pretty much suggests like everything. Senkos, flukes, spooks, spinnerbaits, horny toads. You know, I can throw things I'm gonna throw on this are kind of like, I mean, I could throw a deeper diving crankbait. This would probably be better for deeper diving crankbait. Really anything, chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, jigs, Texas rigs, pretty much anything can go on this rod right here. So I definitely like that, but I do kind of wish it was a little bit stiffer. I'd probably use it more if it was just slightly stiffer for Texas rigs and stuff like that. But either way, this is still an amazing reel, even if it's not my favorite. It might be my second favorite, but anyway. Next we have the biggest competitor that goes for that Shimano Casitas Mcgill and that XAge casting rod as my favorite rod and reel combo. So this is the Lew's Custom Speed Stick, and is the Shakey Head Special, as you can see right there. I absolutely love this spinning rod. Lew's is kind of becoming not my favorite rod company because they keep like breaking on me and stuff, but this one has stayed true, and it's a really good rod. It's amazing for shaky heads, great for wacky rigs. I mean, those are pretty much the main 2 things I use on it. Maybe I'll use like a ball head jig with a Kitech and a drop shot. Well, I pretty much use a drop shot on my other drop shot rod, but this is a great spinning rod, and I have it paired up with this little Shimano Sahara 2500, which is a great reel. I mean, Shimano makes great budget reels. This is only $80. I've had it for over 2 years, and it works just fine. So this is a great reel right there. Really, like, there's no need for a nicer reel. Like, it's just so smooth and all that. But anyway, this is a 7-foot medium extra fast action rod, and like I said, it is just a perfect shaky head rod. Like, I love it a lot. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely my favorite spinning rod. I mean, for 200 bucks, this is probably like one of the best spinning combos you can get. And I would definitely recommend this one. Like, if you want to spend 200 bucks on a spinning rod, I would definitely get this one. But anyway, get this combo anyway. All right, guys. So here's my drop shot setup. This is, I paid the cheapest or I paid way less for this rod than like any other rod except for like my tiny little ultralight that I'm going to show you guys next. But basically I found this little rod. It is the Wright and Mcgill Insight Pro Advantage. I found it on Walmart on sale for $5. This is literally like the best fishing deal I've ever found. It's a 7.2 drop shot rod, as you can see right there. And it is just perfect for drop shots. It's pretty much all I use on it. And this reel I have right here is just the Shimano Sienna, which is like this is the older model, but it's like a $30 reel. I got this one on sale for $20, so I literally paid $25 for this drop shot setup. But it's really nice, like, I mean, yeah, so this is usually a $50 rod that I got for $5. Literally 90% off. It was a steal that I found at Walmart. And I don't use drop shots a ton, but you know, it's still a very nice rod. It has a lot of sensitivity and it's great for a drop shot. But as I'll show right here, it's like made out of this IM8 graphite, which is what like Lew's makes their like $100 rods out of. So, you know, for $5 that is an amazing find. And you know, it's a great drop shot setup. You know, the reel definitely could be smoother. Like I may upgrade it in the future, but still, I don't drop shot a ton, so it's, you know, it's a nice drop shot setup. All right, and this last rod I have right here, it really isn't a bass rod, but I just got it. I think I'm gonna be using it some this year. It's a 5'6" light action rod. It's just this little Shakespeare Micro series rod, and I got it off Amazon for 20 bucks, but they sell them at Walmart for like 17 bucks. It's just kind of a cheaper rod. And then here you can see it's a little Shimano Sienna 1000. This is like the newer model Sienna, so you know, it looks a little bit newer than that last reel I just showed. But basically, it's just a, you know, tiny little ultralight. Well, it's not an ultralight. It's a light action, but it's in my eyes an ultralight compared to, you know, all my bass rods. But it's just something I can use for trout if I ever go after trout, and also like panfish. But as you can see right here, you know, it's good for just throwing little lures like this one. This is a tiny little like Strike King Bitsy minnow, I think, and other stuff like Rebel, grasshopper, stuff like that. If I just want to catch some bluegill, or I'm at some creek or something, and I want to catch some smaller fish, this will be the rod that I'll be using for that. Alright guys, well, I'm kind of out of breath after talking about all these rods so much, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, you know, I think I might do one next year. Maybe I'll have some new rods, you know. I will. If I don't get any more new rods, I probably won't do it next year, but I probably will. Plus, I'm already getting that new Lew's rod from warranty. That's, you know, was under warranty. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on that next video.